Hello Rainmakers, this is Rich, the founder of Product Gym, and in today's video I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get an AI product manager job in the next 30 days or less. All down here, no holds bar, no frills, just straight talk. As you can see here, I'm the founder of Product Gym. With that said, schedule a call if you guys haven't already to get in touch with one of our team members about joining our upcoming AI curriculum before we increase our rates again. But for starters, let me go ahead and just give you guys, this is a nice little look of our AI curriculum. I think we just uploaded an extra 70 some lessons across the legacy, I would say the traditional product management curriculum, our AI curriculum, resume, applications, interviewing, case studies, coaching calls, testimonials. We basically got all that, and we also have a ton of forums right here that you can go out there and check out. With that said, let me go ahead and give you guys a breakdown. I have helped, I don't even remember, between myself and my team, and I'm not the only one doing this, but we have helped a lot of people land a product manager job here. The most recent one is actually this one right here with American Express, as you can go out there and see, and we have testimonials galore. Every single time I talk to a person, what I've realized is I actually learn a little bit something from them in terms of how they've gotten a job. Originally, I wanted to call this video Success Habits of Highly Effective Product Management Job Hunters, but just thinking about it, how to get a product manager job in less than 30 days just rings a lot better. So I'm going to give you guys this breakdown. Number one is learn the AI product management skills. I think this one's the simplest one. Develop a portfolio. All you got to do here is revamp your resume, your LinkedIn, your cover letter, get it reviewed and approved. You have a Vibe Code portfolio website. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this Vibe Code website with all of these different side projects that we've added. And, each and every one of these has, let me go ahead and get back here. All AI agent projects. If I go play with demo, it's basically got all this good stuff here. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But having like a Vibe Code portfolio website, for those of the people that are part of the program, they can go out there and add some additional branding. But I'm going to talk to you from the top down. What do you have to do to brand yourself as an AI product manager? What do you have to do to all the different application strategies, interviewing? And then really, at the very end of it, I'm going to talk about the mindset that you really need to be successful. Because what I've noticed between the successful people that transition into AI product management versus the people that are not successful in transitioning into AI product management, or what takes people longer, because we've never failed anybody before, is really the mindset. So let's start from the very top. If you don't have these skills, you're not getting a job. And if you don't have these skills on a portfolio, you're not going to go ahead and get a job either. So what we've done to make your life easier is we have this, we got the code, we got the prompts, and you can go out there and grab any one of these. And we're just constantly aggregating and adding more side projects into this portfolio website that essentially everybody can say is their own portfolio website. Why have I done that? Because I know most of you are either too busy or too lazy to go ahead and build your own, but I'm going to insist and enforce that everybody contribute towards this. Because if you have one product dashboard or you have one AI agent versus somebody else that's got, 50 roadmap, the person that has 50 roadmaps is going to look a lot better than the person that's got one roadmap, right? That's honestly speaking, that would be the case. So the more side projects that you're adding in there, number one, it's costing you less money. And then number two, it's also helping you garner more interest from other companies, because the reality is you're going to look like a much more qualified candidate. So we need to get you these skills, but you need to be able to explain it. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you actually have a portfolio website and you got a YouTube channel ready to back yourself up. And that only comes if you're developing your AI product manager skills here. Because for every one side project that you have, by the end of the week, we'll have another 50. And we'll just drown you out of the water. That's why our people are getting hired and most of the people are just not. This is top of the food chain stuff. You need to have a resume for the ATS. You need to have a LinkedIn. You need to have a cover letter. But the resume, LinkedIn, and cover letter right now is just not enough. It's like having a college degree. It's just not enough. Not having it does not help your situation either. But like just having it is not exactly helping your situation by that much more, right? You need to have a vibe code website. For the people that are part of this program and under certain provisions, I will also allow them to call themselves as an AI product management instructor or AI instructor at the 2 boot camps that I'm an owner of. Why is that? You just look so much better when you can actually say you're teaching it and you legitimately are teaching it. You can actually explain it to people. Just because you're really good at doing something doesn't mean you can go out there and explain it. And at the end of the day, you got to just stop thinking about yourself and start thinking about what companies want. And I'm going to start thinking more about what it is that you want too, while we're having a very candid conversation here. They need to know that you can actually deliver for them, and they don't know if you can. So the more content that you're able to produce to prove that you can deliver, or at least provide much better proof versus somebody else, think about going to court, you're a much more attractive candidate for me, because the last thing I want to do as a hiring manager is schedule a call with Product Gym on how to get a product manager job, because I no longer have a product manager job. I mean, if we're just being honest here, right? Like, if we're just being honest, this is the reality of the market right now, is everybody is fighting for their life. And I would honestly think it's a good time right now, because really only the strongest people are allowed to survive. So you have that. And then you got to go ahead and record more YouTube testimonials and Instagram shorts. Why is that? Instagram shorts, I think, are so freaking important right now, because it's showing that you're able to go ahead and just stay ahead of the news, and they're able to learn something from you. That would make you dramatically different and stand out against everybody else that's got a resume, LinkedIn, and cover letter. Like, at the end of the day, the more they feel like they know you, and the more that they feel like they've gotten to know you before they even get a chance to talk to you, is going to be the huge differentiator. This is actually why I have a whole module on just how to brand yourself, how to go ahead and brand yourself as an like an AI expert. You know, how to go out there and do your portfolio website, how to go out there and do your YouTube channel, your Instagram channel, your TikTok channel, your newsletter, how to host live streams, how to go out there and actually do social media posts. I'll go ahead and tell you exactly why we're doing all of this, because why? We are trying to establish trust in a time where trust is very low. I'm giving you little snippets of like our curriculum and everything people are seeing in there. And the truth of the matter is, there's going to be some people that are going to try to copy us that are our competitors, but I honestly don't think that they freaking can. Because at the end of the day, I don't see any results from them. They haven't delivered results in the past. They're definitely not going to start now, because it's actually a lot of work. I'd rather not deliver results for you guys, right? But they need to know that you guys can actually deliver. Other things that I think are very, very important is not only applying to 30 positions a day, but also, like, how are you following up with these positions? Apply, and you have to go out there and follow up with a LinkedIn message. And I actually show people how to go ahead and find the hiring manager, which I have a whole module on how to have your like application mindset, sourcing for roles, how to go ahead and find the hiring managers, the best LinkedIn messages to go out there and send over their Loom video templates. Everything I have for you are ready to go. So like, you have to go ahead and follow up with the ghosted applications, rejected applications. You know, you have to basically do all this, like, to go out there and get interviews now, because it'll differentiate you from the market. And then there's interviewing. I think the best way to go ahead and interview is actually, instead of like, I think the traditional sense of interviewing is people try to get one-on-one coaching, or they think mock interviews are going to go out there and help. What you should really do is actually host podcasts where you guys are interviewing each other. And if you say you're an instructor, you're like, hey, so like one of the students recently, they got this question. It's like, how do you go out there and determine, how do you answer the salary question? Answer those questions as if you were the instructor, and obviously, and now you're putting yourself in a mindset where it's just like you're a step above, just like somebody that's looking for a job, you know, because like if you're like, you know, if I'm recording this as an instructor, I got to go out there and act like an instructor, right? 100%. Why do you think so many people flex like I'm an adjunct professor at NYU? because people naturally think, well, if you can teach it, you might as well be good. And all of that content should be posted up on the Product Gym website because now you're verified by a third party that is legit, right? And above and beyond all else is the mindset. I recorded probably the most amount of curriculum right here where it says 17 lessons on application mindset. And the mindset's probably the biggest piece because this is where I notice the people that have been the most successful throughout this market and the people that have been struggling throughout this entire market, which is both on the job and on the job hunt. You need to list the date where you're going to start the job. You need to go ahead and describe the perfect job. Location, industry, salary, compensation, the works. Set a time to actually manifest for yourself. Like, this is like, me logging into my Slack. I'm updating my LinkedIn profile. Like, I'm officially taking off my green banner today. All the likes, all the comments, all the congratulations, the shares, the reposts, visualizing doing your testimonial with me. Okay, right here, doing your testimonial with me. And then on top of that, like, like telling everybody that you just started this new position at Spotify or something, right? And in order for you to get there, I think you need to have some very strong self-awareness skills of like, what is it that you feel like is your mental blocker? Do you feel like it's age? Do you feel like it's location? Like, do you feel like it's like you don't have enough AI experience? Whatever it is, you need to go ahead and replace it with a better narrative. If you're a competitive athlete and you're in a time right now where you're a freaking competitive athlete, what is going to keep you stuck is the negative story that you keep on telling yourself. You're too old, you're too young, it's because I'm in Canada, it's because of this, it's because of that. Everybody's got some kind of problem. And if you didn't have a problem, you wouldn't be here. Listening to this Asian guy yell at you, right? You wouldn't be here. Everybody has that. All right, Rich, so what do we do about it? What I do about it is I replace that negative self-talk with evidence of me succeeding or with evidence of somebody else succeeding. And I often use evidence of me succeeding in a different arena. So when we got into cybersecurity, I know nothing about cybersecurity. I'm competing against all these other people in cybersecurity. And yet I'm able to go out there and generate a pretty, like, I would say sizable number of views for my cybersecurity channel, like 27,000 views for my cybersecurity channel, right? And I'm like, do I have imposter syndrome? 100%. You can't hit what it is that you can't see. So, and Huberman, Dr. Huberman has proved this. Whatever it is that you feel like is holding you back, you got to at least admit and acknowledge there is a problem. What is the problem? So we can go out there and actually rectify it. And where your real support is going to come from is your tribe. Your tribe here at Product Gym. And that's what I've also noticed with people that are successful here at Product Gym very quickly. They are very active in setting up relationships with other students and other people at Product Gym to make sure that like they're not missing out on anything. And they're constantly out there being the ones to rally and to rally and to rally and to rally, or they are constantly in the loop. And there's the people that choose to isolate themselves from the rest of the crowd. And I don't know why they do that because we got a really friendly group of people. So if you keep on wanting to do this for yourself, I mean, it's going to be very, very, very difficult. The other thing I would also recommend is you record each narrative on the phone and you listen to it because there's 168 hours in a week. And if you're in my program, you probably have a lot of unresolved childhood trauma. I feel like product management attracts these people that have a very superior complex, godlike complex to themselves sometimes, but also at the same time, the biggest inferiority complex where they overthink everything. They are extremely accomplished, coming out from some of the best schools, I think, gotten into some of the best companies, very, very, very well accomplished, very on paper, very nicely looking, polished people. But like they also tell themselves the word shit ever. I think that's very, very weird because like most other people just aren't like that, but product managers are, right? Which makes this kind of fun. You should record a more positive narrative for yourself. because you're constantly telling yourself something very negative. Post wins on your WAP. Listen, the winner effect is real. The more wins you get, even little wins equals to big wins. So just keep racking up wins. Provide yourself with some kind of mini rewards. Somebody told me they bought a brand new pair of Converse. It's like $50, right? But, they're like, I hate my shoes. Give yourself some kind of freaking reward. Mini reward at the end of the week that like is going to make you feel good. It's going to make you want to go out there and feel like you want to keep on doing this. Set a schedule for part-time and full-time job hunting. Participate as a member of the tribe. Post coaching call questions and WAP before the coaching calls. That's also another thing that I've actually noticed is like so many people, like, they come to coaching calls and they're like, I'm here. Okay, like, you really wouldn't be showing up like that for a real job, for a real meeting. The people that I see that are successful, they're coming in here with questions ready to go. They're not coming in here late, they're coming in here on time. There's these little things that you can absolutely control, and people are like, well, how, like, just do this for 30 days, right? Watch the most updated instructional videos prior to the coaching call and set a motivator to succeed. Telling yourself that this is just something that you have to do is not going to get you through the night. It's not how Americans are wired. Asian people are very well engineered to be unhappy. Americans are not, and that is fine. What is the solution? What I find to be very interesting is every single year people have this goal that they're going to lose weight. And we all see it every single January, right? People go into the freaking gym and like by the 12th, they're no longer there. By the 27th, they definitely not there. And by February 1st, everything goes to normal again, right? I'm going to do this diet. I bought my new gym clothes. I got my trainer session. And it's the hardest thing because like the hardest thing is just not eating what you want to eat. 80% is diet, right? Set a motivator to succeed. Set a motivator to succeed. What is going to be that motivator? There's like, everybody asks me like, there's no secret. It's called hard fucking work. You got to trick your mind. You think I want to record this YouTube video right now? I do not. Right? And there's sometimes I'll record a video and it doesn't like go through. Trust me, pisses me off. But now you got to get back on it. That means like, okay, now the second time around, I'm going to do it that much better. Set times to go to the gym. People that are successful here, everything starts with the body. You got to go to the gym. Get adequate sleep. Listen in the sleep, the game plan. This is my game plan. This is what I'm going to go ahead and do. And honestly, record the journey hour by hour, day by day, week by week on YouTube. If you do all this stuff, you're going to get multiple product manager offers like in less than 30 days. I've not met anybody that's done this where like they didn't get multiple offers in less than 30 days. Like you hear all the time like the craziest stories, right? Like some model gave birth in less than 7 days. She like got her body back. It's just like you got to go through a lot of pain. And I think for me, I'm just a psycho. Like I'm like, the more pain I can endure, I just know my competition is not willing to go there. And that's why I win. But that doesn't work for everybody. But you have to tell yourself, this has to get done. This actually does work. You don't actually have a choice but for this to work. So you got to tell yourself something. And the easiest way that I can go out there and actually say it is this. You got to find, like, building this freaking, like, it wasn't easy. They don't make it, like, it's not that easy. But we got it done. But with that said, it's not like as easy as Level makes it out to be. And Neuro's working this, trust me. So with all that said, schedule a call with us. Stop trying to do this thing on your own. And here's one more thing that I'm going to go out there and add. And this is actually a new thing. Build monetizable AI side projects and offers for the portfolio. This is how I've actually got it to be fun for people. If you had a way to make money during the job hunt instead of waiting until all the way at the end, you'd probably be a little bit more pumped up about your job hunt, right? Because a lot of you feel like, some of you are just going to straight up say, this guy here is talking shit. Some of you guys are going to say, Rich, like, I want to do this, but like, there's a lot of friction here. Okay, let's make it fun. If you were making money on the job hunt, it'd be a lot more fun than you are getting all the way through the job, and then 2 weeks after you start the job, you're making money, right? But for a lot of you, the product manager paycheck just isn't that exciting anymore. So let's give ourselves something to be pumped up about. Let's go ahead and let's monetize these side projects, and clearly they're monetizable. So let's get it. Schedule a call. Let's get paid out.